Scene 1, take 2.
Action. हेलो एंड वेलकम फ्रेंड्स, मैं हूं ओमार कुरैशी और जूम रिव्यू शो पर आपका स्वागत है। एंड लाइक एवरी वीक इस हफ्ते भी मैं लाया हूं योर वीकली डोज ऑफ फन एंड एंटरटेनमेंट एट द सिनेमास। विच फिल्म गेट्स अ थम्स अप एंड विच फिल्म गेट्स अ थम्स डाउन मैं बताऊंगा आपको, लेकिन पहले पिकअप योर फोन्स एंड एसएमएस कीजिए मुझे 5888 पर योर व्यूज ऑन द फिल्म्स यू वॉच लेटली।
Type ZR space the first three letters of the film name space your name space your rating from 1 to 5 space your comments if any to 58888. We will air your comment live during the show.
If you thought last week was all about serious cinema, this week promises to provide wholesome entertainment. इस हफ्ते हमारी पहली फिल्म है यमला पगला दीवाना. The original macho man of Bollywood, Dharmendra, is back with his sons Sunny and Bobby for the second time together after the 2007 hit अपने. पिछली बार तो तीनों ने मिलकर हड्डियां तोड़ी थीं, but this time they promise to make your stomach ache with laughter. If the band of boys are here to entertain, then the girls can't be far behind. Ex-Miss India Gul Panag arrives at the cinemas this weekend with a gang of girls in Turning 30. The unlikely source of this chick flick is producer Prakash Jha, who is known to make hard-hitting films normally. From the Hollywood stables, we have the action 3D film The Green Hornet, which releases worldwide this weekend. It stars the delicious Cameron Diaz. Let's see if this Charlie's Angels manages to wow us again. So getting on with our first film, Yamala Pagla Deewana. The title is borrowed from a hit song of the 70s film Pratigya starring Dharmendra. The Deols, who are known to be very shy and reserved, are attempting comedy together for the first time, much unlike the action image. Let's see ये तीन जट box office पर क्या कमाल दिखाते हैं। परमवीर सिंह is an NRI living in Canada with his gory wife, mother and 2 children. एक दिन उसे पता चलता है कि his long lost father and brother in India. अपनी माँ के कहने पर परमवीर travels to India and meets his father and brother who make a living by conning people. लेकिन अब छोटे भाई गजोधर को प्यार हो जाता है. But the girls' brothers want an NRI groom for their लाडली sister. Now the Yamala Pagla and Deewana head to Punjab लड़की के भाइयों को टोपी पहनाने के लिए और दुल्हनिया को ले जाने के लिए. But will that happen without some fun and friction? We shall find out in Yamala Pagla Deewana. Dharmendra returns to the big screen after a gap of 3 years. He was last seen in 2007 where his fans were treated to 3 of his films, the last being an electric cameo in the critically acclaimed Johnny Gaddar. In Yamala Pagla Deewana, he plays a wisecracking conman who's taught his son to be just like him. He's excellent in the emotional scenes and comedy has always come naturally to this he-man. As 75, Dharam still looks endearing and handsome as ever, and most of his older female fans will still swoon for him, minus those gaudy shirts of course. Sunny Deol plays NRI Paramveer Singh, who's as fearless as Rajnikant, but is a chuha in front of his Firang Canadian wife because she's a quintessential foreign BV, always out-shouting him. Sunny is simply fabulous in the Rajnikant-style action scenes. People will actually applaud his action. 2 scenes are especially noteworthy. He's even made fun of his own screaming by yelling so loudly that windows shatter. He also has some crazy comic drunken scenes that are hilarious. Sunny rocks. Bobby Deol plays an unpad conman who lives in Banaras with his father Dharam. After a long time, Bobby comes into his own and is very comfortable standing shoulder to shoulder with dad and bro. He's very good at the emotional and romantic scenes too. The sequences where he calls his own father Kamine over and over again are priceless. Not many star sons would do that to their biological daddies even on screen. So coming from a conservative Jat Beta is even funnier. Bobby is good but seems slightly out of sorts playing a Garib Manas, not the usual smooth characters he plays normally. Kulraj Randhawa was seen for the first time in the 2004 TV serial Kareena Kareena and hasn't done much after that. Here she gets a chance to pit her talent against a Deol trio and she doesn't disappoint. Of course, all she has to do is show off a dimple smile, look coy and pretty, not much more to do, but she does match with Bobby well in the romantic scenes. Sameer Karnik had directed Yamala Pagla Deewana. He had earlier directed Kyun Ho Gaya Na and hasn't done much since. He replaces the Deol's trusted Anil Sharma, but they probably wanted someone who could change the action image and do romantic slapstick comedy well. Sameer is good. He's managed to capture the family's emotional and comic chemistry well. Mohammad Rafi's old track Main Jat Yamala Pagla Deewana from Dharam's old film Pratigya is a remix track here and it's the only one that you come out humming. The title track comes at the right time, the rest of the songs are okay. Chadha De Rang is well sung and memorable too. The rare USP of this film is getting the three Deols together, thankfully not in an action flick. In fact, all three have been known for doing comedy well, and here they get full chance to go over the top with madcap comedy, even making fun of themselves. Dharam, Sunny and Bobby seem to be having a ball. Their chemistry is one terrific reason to watch this laugh riot. Their madness will keep you in splits. The story starts off very slowly and even pulls it down initially, but the second half lifts it to madcap levels with more and more characters joining the party. It's worth a crazy watch, so I give Yamala Pagla Deewana 3 stars. तो दोस्तों लेते हैं एक छोटा सा break and I'll be right back with the review of Turning 30 and The Green Hornet, तो कहीं जाइएगा नहीं. Welcome back to the Zoom review show. I'm Omar Qureshi. The second release of the week is the English chick flick Turning 30. It stars Gul Panag and Purab Kohli. Naina और ऋषभ एक happy couple हैं who have a live-in relationship. Naina is about to turn 30 and expect कर रही है कि ऋषभ उसे marriage propose करेगा. Unfortunately, life doesn't always go according to plan and ऋषभ breaks up with her instead. लेकिन नैना के problem यहीं खत्म नहीं होते. She has trouble at her advertising job as well. Turning 30 is not easy, especially when you're single and उस पर aging के problems. How will Naina deal with all these issues while her heart still aches for Rishabh? Will Naina find love again? Will her career be sorted? Turning 30 takes you through this journey of a young woman finding herself. Gul Panag, who was last seen in the forgettable Hello Darling, plays the role of Naina, a 29-year-old going on 30. She looks good and fresh and does a fantastic job with the emotional scenes. As a woman grappling with aging issues and heartbreak, she plays her part well and is quite believable. There are many scenes where Gul gives us demonstrations of her talent. The scenes where she tries to seduce her ex-boyfriend when he comes home to pick up his stuff is very nicely done. इस फिल्म में Gul हंसती है, रोती है और बुलेट बाइक भी चलाती है. In short, she fits the role to the T. Would be nice to see more of this dimpled, talented actress in more films. Purab, who started his career as a VJ, shot to fame with his performance in My Brother Nikhil and Rock On, but sadly hasn't done much after that. In this film too, he plays a supporting role of a stylish photographer who's in love with Gul Panag's character. Purab doesn't have much to do except be supportive towards Gul when she's being unreasonable and dealing with a heartbreak. Film में उसका role छोटा है. In fact, we get to see more of him in his new coffee ad with Deepika Padukone. Okay, just kidding, but Purab Kohli needs to look out for meteor roles. Alankrita Srivastava makes her debut as director with Turning 30. She's earlier worked as an assistant director on films like Apharan, Gangajal and Rajniti with Prakash Jha, who's also the producer of this film. Alankrita, who's also the writer, effectively brings out the problems of the single urban woman living in a big city. The issues shown in the film are real and sensitively dealt with. Although the plot is thin, the treatment is good and the director's feminine touch keeps it engaging. For a first-time effort, Alankrita does a fine job. Turning 30 is well about turning 30. The fears and insecurities that a single woman goes through at that age are very nicely captured. The film is very much like a Desi version of Sex and the City, and most of the film is in English with the F word being used liberally. With last week's No One Killed Jessica also having a lot of galis, लगता है the censor board is becoming very lenient these days. It is a good sign. Well, coming back, although the storyline of the film is weak, the actors have done a remarkable job with Gul Panag leading the pack. What works for the film is that the characters and situations are real and doesn't get over dramatic, although the climax could have been better. This is a must watch for all women out there. I go with 2.5 stars for Turning 30. Next up is the Hollywood superhero film The Green Hornet, which stars Cameron Diaz and Seth Rogen. There is Superman, there is Batman, and there's Wonder Woman, Green Lantern and Invisible Man, among a host of comic book superheroes that Hollywood brings to life. Green Hornet was a lesser-known superhero that has been brought back from the library shelves to try his luck at the box office. Green Hornet uses a slick, souped-up car, a seriously pimped-out Chrysler Imperial that make your eyes open wide. But Hornet stops short of heroics at the box office. The story is slow and stretched. The storytelling is stuck in the early 70s style of the comic book, explaining what happened in the last scene. I mean, seriously, dudes, it just slows down the action. Seth Rogen may not be the classic comic book hero, but he's pleasant, goofy and likable. Oscar-winning Inglourious Basterds scene stealer Christoph Waltz is good as usual, and Kato's research assistant Lenore, played by Cameron Diaz, does well. Visually, the 3D camera jumps to life only during the closing credit sequences. For a lantern that's a bit dim, I give Green Hornet 2 stars. तो दोस्तों, मैंने आपको बताया मेरा वर्डिक्ट इस हफ्ते की नई फिल्मों पर. एक छोटे से ब्रेक के बाद हम देखेंगे ऑडियंस का वर्डिक्ट ऑन द न्यू रिलीजेस. Welcome back, friends. I'm Omar Qureshi on the Zoom review show. Let's see what the audiences have to say from the first day first shows.
Full masala type.
It was very nice, hilarious movie, lots of fun.
It's a family movie, you can enjoy the movie.
पैसा वसूल मन
काफ़ी अच्छा लगा.
Very good, excellent, good entertainment.
5 stars.
Turning 30 was not that much good, but yes, this is only for girls, not for boys.
Only for girls, actually. Not for guys. Movie was very good, very fantastic.
बहुत अच्छी लगी.
It's a very nice movie.
And now a quick recap of my ratings for this week's movies. I've given Yamala Pagla Deewana 3 stars, Turning30 gets 2.5 stars and The Green Hornet को मैंने दिए 2 stars. Thanks for messaging me your comments on the new films. आप मुझे अपने views भेजते रहिए facebook.com/Omar Qureshi पर. You can also SMS me at 58888.
Type ZR space the first 3 letters of the film name space your name space your rating from 1 to 5 space your comments if any to 58888. We will air your comment live during the show.
Hey guys, now you have a chance to review the latest movie releases through your Nokia 5233 mobile phones. All Nokia 5233 users use the Kiss and Slap applications on your phones and send kisses or slaps for the movie releases every week. And based on the number of kisses or slaps received, I will disclose the public reviews. Last week I gave No One Killed Jessica 3.5 stars, you gave it 4 stars. I gave Fair Game 3 stars and aapne bhi diye 3 stars. So दोस्तों, a fun ride at the cinemas this weekend with action, comedy and a chick flick ruling the roost. आप भी थिएटर जाइए और मजे लीजिए. मैं अगले हफ्ते फिर लौटूंगा, same time, same place, only on the Zoom review show. So don't miss out. This is Omar Qureshi saying bye bye and God bless.